Chapter 11 Animals and Their Senses. Our senses help us to know about our environment. Like humans, animals too use their senses to be aware of their surroundings. Senses help us to keep out of danger and enable us to find food and shelter. Some animals can see their prey from the long distance. Some can hear even the faintest sound. Some animals can find their friends by their smell. Senses in animals. Like human beings, animals also have sense organs. These sense organs help them to move and communicate with one another. Certain animals have a specific sense sharper than their other senses to meet their survival needs. Let us read how their sense organs help them. Ants. Ants have antennae to smell. When an ant finds food, it leaves a chemical trail along the ground on its way to the food. Other ants soon follow this trail. It helps them to find food and direction. Ant. Cats. Cats have a very sharp sense of hearing. Cats can hear sounds above the range detected by the human ear. A cat beside a mouse hole can even hear the breathing of the mice inside the hole. Cat. Dogs. Dogs have excellent sense of smell and hearing. Sniffer dogs are used by the police for tracing criminals. Dogs also helps in rescue operations because of their great sense of smell and hearing. Dog. Snakes. Snakes cannot hear at all. They have no ears. They pick up vibrations from the ground through their bodies. Unlike human beings, chameleons can move each of their large bulging eyes on their own. This means they can look in two different directions at the same time. An animal uses sounds and gestures to communicate, just as we do. But they also use the sense of touch and the sense of smell. Animal language is limited to what all it can convey. The principal messages concern danger, the location of food, the ownership of territory, and the urge to reproduce. Other signals help to keep animal families and groups together. Water animals. Sense of hearing. Fish have a strong sense of hearing, which helps them to find food and avoid predators. They have taste buds on their lips, tongues, and mouths. Some fish such as the goatfish or catfish have barbels or whiskers that have taste structures. Fish do not have external ears. They have internal ears which can sense the vibrations created by sounds. Sharks use the Earth's magnetic field to find their way around. They also have a highly developed sense of smell. Almost all fish have a special sense organ called the lateral system, which enables them to touch objects at a distance. Some whales and dolphins give out sounds which is beyond human hearing that echo back and can be detected by these animals. This helps them to sense their surroundings. Fish. Shark. Sense of sight. Birds. Birds like eagles, owls, and hawks have very strong vision. They can see their prey from 3.2 kilometers away. Some birds use their sense of smell to find their way to their nests. The eagle eye has one eyesight 4 to 8 times stronger than that of an average human. Hence, sharp-sighted people are sometimes referred to as eagle's eyes. They can dive at 100 miles per hour. Their eyesight and diving ability help them to catch their prey. Eagle. Birds communicate with one another by using many different sounds. For example, some baby chicks stop moving when their mother produces a danger call. An owl's sense of hearing is 10 times stronger than that of a human being. They use their sense of hearing to communicate with their mates, rivals, young ones and flock members, or to locate their prey. Turkey, vultures locate their food, decaying meat, with the help of their sense of smell. Many birds also use their sense of smell to find their way back to their nest. Owl. Sense of taste. Most of the animals have well-developed sense of taste, which they use in capturing prey or detecting the food. Bees have a strong sense of taste. Some worker bees bring nectar for the other bees to taste. If the bees like the taste, they perform a typical bee dance to tell other members from where nectar should be collected. Ants' antennae help them to find and taste food and also to find their way back to their nest. These antennae are very sensitive structures that are also called feelers. They are their sensory organs. Bees have a strong sense of taste. Earthworm. Earthworms have taste receptors all over their bodies. Earthworm. Dolphins. Dolphins can taste their food with their sense of smell. Animals also sleep. Like humans, animals also need rest and sleep. Different animals need different durations of sleep. Such as a human baby, small animals need more sleep than large animals. This is because small animals use up more energy than large animals. To get back that energy, they have to sleep for longer hours. Elephants, horses and cows sleep only for 2 to 4 hours in a day. Dogs sleep for 10 hours. Bats sleep for 20 hours. Pythons sleep for 20 hours after feeding. Tigers sleep for about 16 hours. Some animals sleep to conserve energy. Most animals sleep at night. Nocturnal animals sleep during the day. Bats sleep hanging upside down from a tree or from the ceilings of cows. Horses can sleep while standing. A fish reduces its movement when sleeping. Do you know? Some animals sleep throughout winter. This very deep long sleep is called hibernation. They need little food or no food during hibernation. Frogs, snakes, lizards, grizzly black bears, and squirrels hibernate in winters. Bat having sleep upside down. How animals communicate. Animals do not use language in the same way that people do. But animals communicate with each other through sounds, smell, movement, and some other unique ways. For example, dogs bark, cats purr, crickets chirrup, and frogs croak to convey joy, danger, fear, anger, and the need to mate. Zebras communicate with each other with calls and facial expressions. Some zebras make different sounds with different meanings, including an alarm call and a squeal of pain and fear. Dog. Zebras. Birds like parrots can even imitate human speech. Nevertheless, baboons communicate with one another and have a number of calls that mean different things. Whales and dolphins communicate using clicks and whistles. Apes and chimpanzees use a range of sounds to indicate different messages. Chimpanzees touch each other's hands in greeting. Many animals such as insects, wolves, deer, and skunks release a chemical called pheromones to communicate with each other. The male fiddler crab waves a claw to attract the female. Elephants have a unique way of showing affection by entwining their trunks. Animal products we use. Animals provide us products for food, clothing, and shelter. Here are some animal products we use daily. Cows, buffaloes, goats, and camels give us milk. Hens, goats, And fish provide meat and hen and duck provide eggs. We get cod liver oil from the codfish, a rich source of vitamins. Animal skins are used to make belts, bags, shoes and tents. Bags, belt, milk and eggs, meat. Hair of camels, goats and sheep are used to make woolen clothes. Silk is obtained from the silkworm. Animal waste is used as fertilizer. Animals in danger. During early times, human beings were dependent on animals for food. They used the skin of animals to make clothes. The cave paintings at Lascaux in France and Bhimbetka in Madhya Pradesh show hunting scenes. Later, hunting became an important activity because it provided food for people. Now animals are hunted for their bones, skin, tusks and fur. Some animals have already become extinct due to excessive hunting. Some other are in danger of becoming extinct soon. Since their body parts are sold at very high prices, some people are involved in poaching and the people who kill are called poachers. There are strict laws against poaching. Due to indiscriminate cutting of forests by humans and poaching, many species of plants and animals are becoming extinct or are on the verge of extinction. Conservation efforts. Many people and organizations are working to save animals which are near extinction. They are known as conservationists. Hunting is now banned in our country. The Project Tiger was launched by the Government of India in the year 1973 to save the endangered species. The government has set up national parks and wildlife sanctuaries all over India. People who depend on animals. Human beings also depend on animals for their livelihood in different ways. They may be animal herders, trainers, or charmers. Gujars are a tribe living in the jungles of central and northern India, who are cow and buffalo herders. Still, in some areas like charmers move with their baskets of dangerous pet snakes from one place to another. They play their melodious notes on their flutes. There are some tribal communities like Madaris and Mahawats who are dependent on animals like snakes, elephants, bears, and monkeys for their livelihood. They train these animals and use them to entertain people and earn money. Madaris train monkeys and bears, while Mahawats train elephants. A snake charmer. Some animals like monkeys, horses, elephants, etc. were kept by circus companies and taught tricks to entertain people. However, this practice has been banned by the Government of India to prevent cruelty towards animals. What can we do to help these animals? We should talk to snake charmers and Madaris and help them understand the importance of taking care of their animals and treat them well. Value voice. Animals are our friends. We depend on them for so many things. We should not be cruel to them. Key words. Antennae. Two long, thin structures on the heads of some insects used for feeling things. Poaching. Illegal hunting of animals. Extinct. Animals that have died out. Herder. A person who looks after a herd of domestic animals and earn his living from this activity. Leather. The skin of an animal that is used to make things like shoes, bags, etc. Sanctuary. A large area where wild animals and birds are protected. Let's remember, like humans, animals also have sense organs that help them to see, smell, hear, taste, and touch the world around them. Animals need rest and sleep. Small animals sleep more than big animals. Animals communicate in different ways through sound, smell, and body movement. Fish use electrical impulses as a form of communication in water. Animals help us in many ways. We get many useful things from animals like food and animal products. Many animals are close to extinction because of hunting and poaching. Human beings also depend on animals for their livelihood in different ways. However, some of them treat animals with great cruelty. Mahawats, Madaris, snake charmers depend on animals for their livelihood. We must take care of animals and never be cruel to them.